of the Arkansas High School Coaches Association All-Star Game. Evan Campbell is on the mound for the East squad right now. Kyle Wright in the box. Starting off with strike one. Evan Campbell going to UA Rich Mountain next year. In the dirt for ball two. The East, home team for this game, 7-inning game. No more than 7 hitters per game. They won game 1 6-2 over the West, so they'll flip it and get to be the home team for this one.
Welcome back. I made it back. They started a lot quicker than I anticipated.
6:40 on the dot.
All right.
Now we got a 1-2 count. Evan Campbell on the mound for the East. Kyle Wright's up to bat for the West.
And that one misses inside, so 2-2. Who do we got on the mound?
Evan Campbell from Benton.
And the 2-2 pitch in there for strike three. So Campbell punches out the first batter for the West.
Really good breaking ball right there from Campbell. See what Murphy can do. He pitched last game from Gravett. Played a little first base, a little outfield. Really versatile out there for the Gravett lines this year.
That one bounces in there for ball one.
Well, as you know, Steve, they just might as well go ahead and get 2 outs right away and then start scoring like they did last game. 6 hits. All 6 of their runs with 2 outs.
Now the 1-0 pitch here from Campbell, and that one high for ball two.
They did.
They did. I know. I had to switch it on my side. He said he was not doing that. So
they've done it every other year, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Why? Would have thought.
And the 2-0 in there for a strike. See that? Okay. So 2-1.
I may mention earlier our umpires today, Ben Fox, Jeff Johnson, Chris Bryan are 3 umpires that have worked this All-Star game. Had the privilege of working the 2018 AAA All-Star game. That was a lot of fun. That was at UCA, and it was 196 degrees out there on that turf that day.
Whew, that is rough. That is the thing with turf, is it definitely holds the heat. That one misses, gets past the catcher, so Murphy draws the 1-out walk. So now it'll be Kyler, no, at 28. I think that's 28, but that can't be 28.
Now batting number 28, Kyler Wright.
So Sharp led off, evidently.
Okay. This thing's going to be all kinds of confused.
So they were a little late to getting the lineups into us. That's okay. These coaches are dealing with players that they only coach a couple of them, so you're going to see some other guys get some more at bats this game.
So the 0-1 pitch now. And throw down to first, safe, is Murphy.
He had a back pick last game. That was fun to see.
So now 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch from Campbell as Murphy gets his lead. And a swing and a miss for strike three. So Murphy now with 2 strikeouts here in the first.
Now batting number 6, Spring Hill, Carson Hamilton.
There we go. And a replay right there. Sped up a little bit. Just got some technical issues with that. No big deal. Evan Campbell working a efficient inning so far. 2 strikeouts, sandwiched around a walk.
First one misses high. Okay. And that pickoff gets past the first baseman, so Murphy will advance to second on the errant pickoff. And now the throwback in. It makes its way through the pitcher's legs to the third baseman, but the runner doesn't advance.
He gets lost over there. I've seen him go first and third plenty of times in games over there, so wouldn't be surprised if it happens. So I know we were talking about it beforehand. Max Holland is not back at the game. He's still at orientation at the University of Arkansas. So no Max Holland in this doubleheader tonight.
And that 1-0 pitch misses high and away, 2-0. And the 2-0 pitch, that one misses high, 3-0. Hamilton.
Yep.
Okay. And the 3-0 pitch going to be called strike one. Maybe a little bit of that gift 3-0. All right, now I'm caught up over here. I can get back in a groove. That first batter situation messed me up. All right, so the 3-1 now. Murphy out at second. Campbell delivers, and that went in there for strike two. So good job by Campbell to work back from a 3-0 count.
And it'll likely change by the time we get up here the next time too, so don't worry about it.
Well, that's fine. I can keep up with that. Problem was I'd already went through a batter, and the great thing, you doing it in a book over there, you just scratch it out. Me doing it over here, I got to figure out how to undo everything.
Yeah. I stick with my book. Book goes everywhere with me.
Payoff on the way. That's high for ball four. So once again, 2 out rallies, this time on the west side. Runners at first and second. Tristan Ray will bat.
Ray from Van Buren had a complete game in the 5A quarterfinals back in May. I was looking at both lineups. The East is, even though they've got a different lineup, they're still really salty. A couple players we haven't seen. I don't know if they made it. Xander Salter from Shiloh Christian being one of them. Haven't seen him yet. Caden Sharp from Dover. Obviously, he led off this game. First time seeing him. Everybody else has gotten in for the West so far.
Yeah, the West, of course, towards the end of that first game, really started to get some guys in. He's kind of stuck with their guys throughout that one. So obviously,
they had a couple of, but they're gonna get a lot more guys in this game. Cam Pryor is gonna be out there, and Landon Webb from West Side. I know he played a little bit last game. Everybody's gonna get their shot. T.J. Owens from Walnut Ridge.
Now the 2-0 pitch. That one in there for a strike. Campbell scuffling a little bit here in the first inning as it is a 2-1 count. 2 walks here in the inning. The only 2 base runners. The 2-1 on its way. That one fouled straight back. Takes out our net, Mike.
Make sure it's still up. 2-2 count right here. Don't want to get to 3-2. That's when things get a little crazy. Runners start running. Just flip one to right field. You never know. Might score 2 runs.
Mm-hmm.
West giving the East a little bit of its own medicine back here early on.
So the 2-2 pitch from Campbell. That one fouled straight back once again.
I think Will loses one of his 9 lives every time a foul up ball goes back to the mic back there.
it's great.
He's just shaking his head and going, "Oh, it's another $1,700."
He was bragging. He was bragging at the state championship. Kept texting, "Oh, we lost a net mic. Oh, we lost that," because you know what? We didn't pay for those.
Yeah.
And
There's a
swing.
sword.
So that'll do it for the top half of the first. Campbell works around a couple of walks. No runs in the inning. We'll head to the bottom half. East coming to bat. All right, welcome back to the 2026 ARBCA All-Star Game here on Natural State Sports, brought to you by our friends at Everett, Buick, GMC. And I'm Steve Henson, along with Kevin Bohannon and Tristan Harlan, and a third voice in the booth with us as that one right back at Taylor on the mound, and a quick first out here in the bottom half of the second. But joined by a third voice with us out in Evan Lee, pitching coach for the Trojans. And Evan, what a year you guys had out here, and you're building upon what you did last year in Baton Rouge all the way to a super out of Troy this year. Congratulations on a great season.
No, I appreciate it. It was a big-time run for us and a program changer for us moving forward. I felt like we were able to add to the year that we had last year, and hey, we're trying to get to Omaha next year.
And there's a great piece of hitting there for Will Jones as he laces that one into left field. And obviously you get to see a future Trojan out there on the mound in Jake Taylor.
Yeah, absolutely. We're excited to have Jake along a part of the Trojan family. The biggest thing, low heartbeat guy, left-handed, pitchability off the charts, and excited for his future here at Little Rock.
Evan, the biggest thing that I've seen out of him for the last 4 years is not only his pitchability, but his baseball IQ is really off the charts. He knows how to pitch. The velo will come, but the baseball IQ is really high.
Yeah, absolutely. The biggest thing with Jake that we loved was just the ability to be able to pitch regardless of behind, ahead in the count, multiple pitches for strikes. He knows where to get outs, whether it be left-handers and right-handers. And so, hey, he's a very, very mature pitcher in a young man's body, and so we're excited about that.
Yeah. And he's not the only future Trojan in the game tonight. Cannon Ring, the catcher for the East squad. A lot of fun watching him at Greene County Tech the last couple of years. You got a little future battery possibly out there.
Yeah, absolutely. We're excited about both. Cannon, just a big body, a lot of power, can really catch and throw. And so when you got those guys as your young pups coming into a program that has already won championships, you're excited to be able to develop those guys and move them along in their careers.
Got a 2-0 count, or excuse me, 1-0 count right here. Got two outs here in the bottom of the first inning. I was correct, 2-0 count. Evan, by the way, happy birthday. What number is this?
This is 29.
29.
Getting up there.
Oh, man, I remember you throwing at Baum Stadium as a senior out there winning the state championship for the Hornets. Was that 14?
Yeah, it was 16.
16. Okay, I'm getting old.
Not
too,
as
don't
dated.
worry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Makes me feel old since I graduated from Bryant in 01, so been a minute.
Oh, it happens in a blur. There ain't no doubt.
And Evan, I know you guys are it never stops now. You guys are recruiting, especially in the portal right now. It's going to be a summer full of baseball for you guys, getting out on the road and seeing folks.
Absolutely. We've already got a top 40 class in the portal here at Little Rock, and so outstanding job. Just a credit to our staff, Coach Curry. He's one of the best in the business. Matt Parker, one of the best in the business from a recruiting coordinator standpoint. Then you've got guys like Charles Gravitt, third assistant, and then I just try to do my best and let those guys go to work.
Just get outs.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's right. That's right. They do a great job, and just being able to evaluate talent. And when you have success like we've had the last 2 years, just being able to build on that, it's an easy sell from a recruiting standpoint to get these guys in here and, hey, like we're going to win another championship going into a new league.
And talk about a little the local guys that you got. Tag Andrews had an outstanding year. Brody Bunning had a great conference tournament.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. It just means more to the in-state guy. It's easy to rally behind, and when you got local guys as your foundation, man, you win a lot of ball games.
So strike 3 there on Mancinelli, and a good job by Taylor to work through the bottom half of the first. We're going to head to the second, but first we're going to head down to Tristan Harlan as he's got another Tristan with him, and Tristan Newberry, the starter in Game 1 for the West. Tristan, down to you, bud.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. I'm here with Tristan Newberry, the Arkansas commit. And Tristan, talk to me about Game 1. Of course, you guys unable to get the victory. Talk to me about that game and how you guys are going to rally for Game 2.
Definitely just getting some hits together and hitting with runners on base is what really did not work for us last game, is leaving runners on base. But I think if we get the timing, the hits with runners on base better, it'll definitely work out.
Right, so talk to me about this all-star team. I mean, you guys are loaded with talent, the other side loaded with talent as well. What does it mean to you as a player to be on a stacked roster like this?
It's definitely an honor just to be able to play with these guys, the caliber that they are and where they're going with baseball.
Right, so some of the guys in the dugout were chanting Kyle, like if they were on an episode of South Park. Mm-hmm. Can you give us your best Cartman impression and say Kyle? Can you give it to us? The TV crowd wants it.
Oh, yeah.
Kyle! What are you doing, Kyle? Well, Tristan, thank you so much, man. Best of luck to your team in the rest of the game. Steve, Kevin, to you.
Good stuff down there from the Tristans times 2. So I hope you guys are enjoying the broadcast. You never know what you're going to see at an all-star game or just a natural state sports broadcast in general. Hey, bring him back. Hey, you muted him.
That's an Oscar-level performance right there. I got to give it to. Not only can he throw 94 from the left side, he has a good Cartman impression.
Yes,
so.
he does. All right, so as we get ready for the second inning here of work, and is that Campbell back out there again?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so Campbell back out, Mason more to bat. But, Evan, I want to talk to – that one misses by a little bit. But talk about your pitching staff. Obviously, that's where your focus is with this team, and you've done such a great job. I got to call I think it was the last conference series of the season, and there was a moment in that game where you guys were kind of struggling a little bit, and you got out there and had a great conversation. I made the comment, I said, whatever Evan said to those guys, it worked because he shut everything down from that point forward. Talk about this pitching staff and just what they've been able to do this year and the last couple of years.
Yeah, no, the biggest thing is we had the right guys come back off of that 2025 season. You were able to have the core group and the leadership that you needed going into this year that not only laid the standard for us, but then you were able to bring in a new crop of guys that we feel were the young guns, as we used to call them, the Tag Andrewses of the group, the Russ Martins, the Evanus, the Bronzinis, the guys that have done it on the big stage, but they just wanted to be the man. They didn't want to be another guy. And so to be able to inject those into your program to go along with the guys that we did have, and then you have the staff that we had this year that were battle-tested talented and had what it took to be able to go long and long in the tournament. And I told them when we first started in the fall, is like, hey, like you have an opportunity to do something extremely special. We have the talent in this room to go to Omaha, and they didn't believe it at first. But as we started to progress through the year, it became obtainable. And then obviously when you do what you did in the postseason, like, hey, like it just go ahead. The validity of like what we had going into the fall, like it just answered that.
How big was it? I want to talk specifically about a guy that I'm pretty familiar with in Tag Andrews, a Maumelle kid that I got to call a few of his games throughout. But, he goes to Arkansas and doesn't kind of get the innings that he wanted and didn't have the success that he thought. Comes down here and obviously a huge year that really culminated in the OVC tournament and being player of the game there. What a job he did. Talk about Tag a little bit.
Yeah, so it's hard being an in-state kid when it's your dream school to go to the Razorbacks to be able to bet on yourself. And that's what Tag did. He wanted to be the guy. He wanted to be able to pitch. And in the climate of college baseball, like you got to go where you can play. Felt like that was the best decision that he needed for himself in the career, and he thrived. The biggest thing was just being able to go out there and have a longer runway, and we were able to, like, hey, like he failed a little bit early on, but as we progressed through the year, like he was our go-to guy, and that's just who Tag is. He's a low heartbeat guy. He gets better with the bigger the moment gets. And we wanted him at the back end of the game. When we came into the game in the postseason and in the OVC tournament, like we felt really good about it. And obviously when you have the accolades that he did from the OVC tournament MVP to the Hattiesburg Regional All-Tournament team, like that was a big part of our success was guys like him in the back end closing it down.
You talk about that back end and just how impressive it was. I made a comment at one point, watching some of Arkansas in the postseason. That's a guy I'd love to have in the back end of that one. So you guys are blessed to be able to do that and have guys like that have come from these programs and are able to come in and really, really shine. And I think obviously the success has been a huge part of that. You see what you did in Baton Rouge, now making that Troy Super, and just a turn here or there. You guys may have been hosting here in Little Rock. Just a heck of a job you guys had done this year.
Oh, well, I really appreciate it, and it's just a testament to Coach Curry and what he's built here, and the foundation's been laid. Now it's just about going out there and achieving, hey, why not Little Rock in Omaha? We were 18 innings away and feel like we're going to be able to recruit and have the team in here next year to be able to do something like that.
Evan, there was right before y'all eliminated Jacksonville State, and having Coach Tag Andrews, and you and I were on the field with him back in our showcase days. When Trey Hill walked out to talk to him, and I saw Tag's face, and it was the most Tag Andrews thing. He was like, I got you. Went up there, but 1, 2, 3, ball game. It was just the most expected thing I've ever seen from Tag.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Sometimes Tag, he gets too intense, and so he gets too locked in. And so sometimes Trey Hill's one of our great leaders on the team, and he's a coach on the field in a sense. And so to be able to go out there and give him a little bit of a reset, and then, hey, Tag's going to be Tag. And so it was just, hey, I'll take you home, brother. Just go ahead and pop a squat back there behind the dish and let me go to work. And that's exactly what he did. And so Tag's a character, and so sometimes you got to get old Swag Andrews reset out there and let him take it on home.
Talk about this event being held here. Obviously, Cabo and I've talked a little bit. There's other colleges here able to watch some of these guys that may not be committed anywhere yet. But obviously can't talk about guys. But how big is it to be able to be here and just see this collection of talent? Also, on top of that, the amount of talent in this state.
Yeah, it's huge. It's exposure for the program. Obviously, with Little Rock being the capital city and being right in the center of the state, why not Little Rock for the All-Star game? I feel like it's a great opportunity not only to showcase this program, but to be able to bring the talent across the state right here into the capital city, and then ultimately, let's make this event a mainstay in Little Rock. Got a $30 million facility coming in the next couple of years here at Little Rock, and we feel like we want that kind of venue to be able to host events like this and to make it meaningful for the player, because ultimately I played in the high school All-Star game coming out in 2016, and there's meaning to it, and it's a celebration of the careers and the accomplishment that these young men have had inside the state. A lot of state champions out there, a lot of big-time all-state, all-conference players for their respective teams. And so just to be able to bring these guys together in a culmination of a game like this and for these guys to go out there and thrive and have success and build friendships going into college baseball, it's huge for guys like that are playing out there right now.
0-2 pitch. Here's Williams bats. That one –
Got him.
Goes, and we're going to say safe at third. A great slide over there by
Mason Moore.
Yeah. Williams does strike out on the pitch. But a great job there as Moore swam his way into third.
Tell you what, Keaton Mathis popped up back there. That was a great throw because Moore had a good jump. And Evan, he stole that on Evan Campbell. Campbell had a big leg kick on that, but Mathis made that a close play down there.
Campbell trying to work around some trouble again here in the second. He's had some busy base paths here the first 2 innings. That one fouled out of play. Evan, you mentioned the new facilities. I know saw a little rendering over there in the coach's office. I obviously seen some stuff on social media, but obviously that's got to be exciting to see that. And nothing against what we have here. This is absolutely fantastic. The new turf on the infield, just a beautiful setting for baseball. But talk about just that new facility as well that's on its way.
No, we're extremely excited, and that's just a testament to Coach Curry and then the program with what we're able to do here. Obviously, 3-time champions of our league, whether it be the regular season and the tournament. And when you have that kind of success, you have an administration that supports baseball here at Little Rock. Our athletic director, Frank Cuervo, is a bulldog and really advancing baseball here at Little Rock. And he's very, very aggressive and wants it to be. Oh, yeah.
Got another back pick
How
at
about
first
that?
base. Yeah, you talk about Keaton Mathis and how good he is behind the plate. He just got another one over there. And nope, we don't have any replay.
No challenges.
No challenges. You're walking off there.
Not yet.
Bird picked off over there, and it was close, and I don't think he swam his way back in.
Yeah, but as I was alluding to, just big time for this program, and just to continue to move this program forward to being a big-time mid-major program at the very top, and we're going to fund it as such, and we feel like we're going to be a mainstay in college baseball, and that's what that kind of facility reflects.
I am definitely excited to see. Now, will that be built on this site, or will it be?
So it will be built over on the corner of University and Asher.
Okay.
It is where currently our campus PD buildings are located. They're going to level that city block out, and that's where our stadium's going to be. It's more of a bookend to the Jack Stevens Center to basically the Jack Stevens Center be on the, I believe that's the north side, and then obviously the baseball complex would be the south end, the bookend of campus.
Yeah, for everybody that I know they're listening or watching, it used to be Big Lots and a Regions Bank right there. That's going to be 2,500 seat stadium. Come get that one.
Charged across. He
Safe.
beat it. Yep, safe at first. So a run will score as Moore, via that stolen base, gets the run in. And an infield single. So the West team doing the 2-out thing,
But
1-0.
That's what you want. You want a multi-purpose facility that seats 2,500. That way you host the United Athletic Conference tournament here. I know Little Rock's hosted track meets, conference tournaments here. That'll be something that maybe you get some high school games there. It'd be a great facility to showcase not only the Little Rock Trojan program, but baseball in Central Arkansas as a whole.
Absolutely.
Yeah, before we let you go, also that move to a new conference. Yeah. Obviously, from the OVC, you guys have done well there. What do you anticipate out of the new conference? We got a runner going again here and missed. Oh, he got him. He might have missed the tag, but they're going to say Wilcox is out at second, and so that'll do it for our second inning, or top half of the second. Sorry. And we'll head to the bottom half with the West team leading this one 1-0, and we'll get back on that conference talk here in just a moment. All right, welcome back to the 2026 ARBCA All-Star Game presented by Everett, Buick, GMC here on the Natural State Sports Network. I'm Steve Henson along with Kevin Bohannon and Tristan Harlan, our field reporter, and Evan Lee still joining us. But you were talking before the break, Evan, and curious your thoughts on the new league as you guys move from the OVC and kind of the reasoning behind that move, obviously, but as well as just kind of what you guys anticipate.
Yeah, so like I alluded to earlier, our athletic director, Frank Cuervo, he wants to move this program forward. We feel like moving into the United Athletic Conference, it's a baseball conference. It's a power conference. We feel like that it's going to be competitive week in, week out. And the biggest thing for us is obviously with in the Ohio Valley Conference, we were kind of the very, very south team. Everything was 5, 6 hours, 7 hours from us.
Now you're in the middle.
Now you're right in the middle. So now everything's spread out. The travel will be a lot better. Obviously, the facilities will be a lot better. And then ultimately the quality of players and teams will be better. And so you're always trying to advance the program, and we feel like that it's going to be a competitive league and, could grow into in the future a multi-bid league. That's what we feel about it. And so you don't have to win your conference tournament. You could just have an at-large bid, and we feel like that's the strength of the league, and that's a little bit about why we did it, and it's going to be exciting for us.
You'll definitely have some characters in it with Roland Fanning, who actually coached here at Little Rock, and Chris Curry. Of course, UCA is going to be in there, Nick Harlan. A lot of really good baseball minds in that one, but Roland Fanning will bring his Mountain Dew here to Gary Hogan Field and get after it.
He sure will. He's energetic. I can remember the pins or the checkerboard pants at Kentucky. He don't play.
That was his recruiting pitch. He'd show up in them checkerboard pants and recruit his tail off.
Yes,
boy.
sir. 2-liter Mountain Dew, ready to rock.
Well, Evan, I appreciate you joining us, and you're welcome to hang on the headset, but we appreciate you joining us here.
Oh, thank you,
for
guys.
a couple innings, and look forward to continued success with the Little Rock program. And it's been a lot of fun getting to follow it and be a small piece of it last season, but really enjoyed it.
Oh, thank you for your support, and as always, go Trojans.
Yes, sir. All right, so 2-2 here as TJ Owen bats. Appreciate you, sir. And now full count. Jake Taylor still out on the mound.
Taylor will pitch next
Hey.
I just keep getting I quit.
There we go. You're
There we
unmuted
go.
now.
Yeah, Taylor will pitch next year at Little Rock. I'm not the pitching coach like Evan Lee, but a guy that can live around the plate like that can pitch. And that was one of the things that Tag Andrews brought to this team when he got here. I know that Tag was always around the plate. The velocity's not going to be 96, 97 like some of these guys, but guys that can pitch and pitch well and know how to navigate a lineup, whether it be righty or lefty, those guys pitch for a long time.
That one gets over the glove of our catcher. Now a late throw down as Owen was just kind of casually making his way to second.
Don't fall asleep on that backstop back there. That thing will bounce off quickly.
So the 1-0 pitch here is Luke Reynolds bats. Jake Taylor trying to get through a second inning of work, and that one well inside for ball 2.
Taylor needs to get it back in the zone right here. Started 3 straight state championship games on the mound. Oh, that's been a balk in MLB and college lately. That little hang move right there. If you pause in that and that heel hasn't passed the rubber, they'll get you for a balk.
Now the 2-0. And a swing and a miss for strike 1.
Talked about Burnham last game, how hard he was throwing. Taylor's been 85, 86. Had a couple 87s right there, but his fastball is a little bit different. It's a heavy fastball, not a high-spin fastball, so it's really deceptive. It gets on you really quick. You don't want the spin to be right there in the middle. You want a low-spin or high-spin fastball, and that's what you really want. You get that low spin out of Taylor.
That one foul tipped into the mitt. Strike 2. And I'll tell you, Cabo, it's funny. You can tell we've got a Little Rock signee on the mound because Coach Evan Lee and the rest of the staff out here watching the TrackMan screen, and getting some ideas of what he's throwing out there.
Good idea of what he can work on moving forward. That one right there was 89.
Just blew that one past Reynolds. So 1 away.
First out of the inning.
Now, if we've learned anything today, this really don't get going until somebody has 2 outs.
Yeah. Landon Webb from West Side up there in Jonesboro. Talk about how much it's grown up there in the northeast part of the state. Of course, it used to be just Jonesboro and everybody else, but now you've got Brooklyn that's made back-to-back 4A state championship game appearances. Valley View, of course, they've been to 6 straight, won 3 straight. And there's a lot of good baseball up there in the northeast part of the state. Walnut Ridge, they've got a representative here in Owens. There's just a lot of good baseball talent in the northeast part of the state, Steve.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent. You know, that's historically kind of been called a basketball mecca. You know, with what Jonesboro was able to do in West Swift and some of those programs.
Hunter Mickelson at West Side.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And so, but baseball has really started to take over in the northeast part of the state. And again, we've talked a lot about Valley View and what they've been able to do. But you're right, it has been impressive baseball in that corner of the state.
And you talk about the in-state schools, Mike Silva, you know, that administration finally committed money to the baseball program. And it's what they needed because the facilities had fallen off a little bit up there. They've done a really good job of committing money to the program and getting Coach Silva what he needed to be successful in the Sun Belt, which is a power conference. They got 5 bids to the NCAAs this year, and Troy made the College World Series. So you've had back-to-back years where a Sun Belt team has made it to Omaha. And, of course, Coastal made it to the finals last year. Of course, they lost Kevin Schnall to South Carolina, which is going to make the Southeast Conference even tougher. Appreciate that. But I will tell you one thing. South Carolina will lead the league in bunts, sacrifice bunts next year. They play opportunistic baseball like no other.
So full count here from Jake Taylor as Webb watches strike 3. And Taylor fools him and 2 away now.
That's Taylor's 3rd punch out of the game. Back-to-back this inning. English.
It doesn't look like English.
Kalen English, yeah. It's cursive. It's different. It's calligraphy.
Yeah, that's what it is. I started to think maybe it was some Chinese writing or something. So 2 away here. Now the runs should start coming across. Swing and a miss, though, for Kalen English. And so far, we've definitely been treated to good baseball, Cabo, as you expect from an all-star game. But these 2 teams have really battled. And as Tristan Newberry said in his interview earlier, that one grounded right at shortstop, scooped up and across to first, and that'll do it for the bottom half of the 2nd. After 2, West leads it 1-0. And we'll be back with more of the 2026 ARBCA All-Star Game here on Natural State Sports in just a moment.
Over the years, I've talked a lot about the Everett difference, but if you haven't experienced it firsthand, you may not know what that means. It means a different way of treating customers. It means a different approach to service. It means making a difference in the communities we're blessed to serve. The Everett difference isn't just something we talk about, you'll feel it when you're here. We invite you to come discover the difference for yourself at Everett Buick GMC.
All right, welcome back to the 2026 ARBCA All-Star Game here on Natural State Sports. I'm Steve Henson along with Kevin Bohannon, and We're going to head down to Tristan Harlan as he's got the head coach of the E squad, Taylor Cooper from Rosebud.
Yeah, yes, Steve. Coach Cooper here with me now. Coach, talk about that win in game one and kind of how the team kind of rallied and stayed ahead and not gave up any more runs.
Well, I think it's pretty cool that, which mostly some of these kids know each other from playing travel ball and weekend ball and stuff like that. But it's pretty cool to be able to come together and just in one day, especially this new game we have this year, come together in one day and already kind of have a little bit of camaraderie with each other. And you could feel that energy and stuff like that, which we kind of already started that before the game started. We wanted to make this as fun as possible, and so it was good to see that. And I think they fed off that, and then just how well we pitched it, and then had some couple good innings there that took advantage of getting base runners on.
Right, so the top half of the second inning, you guys gave up a run. What's the message to the team so they can hopefully come back, get the league, and probably hold on?
Just keep having fun, especially games like this. We're going to see 2 or 3 more pitchers on the mound, so you don't really know what you're going to see. And like I said, so we'll have plenty of chances, I think, to grind out a run or two. It's going to take more than one run to win a game like this anyway, I think.
And Coach, I got to ask, on this side of things, your coaching staff's kind of younger than the other side. So is that kind of an advantage for you guys that you're younger, maybe not falling asleep over there?
Yeah, I think it's getting past their bedtime on that side over there. Which kind of is mine too. That's what Red Bull's kind of keep me going. But I think that side definitely, I think it's about lights out for them. So I think we got that advantage.
Of course, Red Bull not sponsored, but Coach, thank you so much. Good luck.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, appreciate you, Tristan. Is one away here now in the top half of the third.
Tell you what, they have the best uniforms at Rosebud. They've done new hats every year. Yeah, that's the West. Sorry.
Okay. I was like,
Bryant is up. Yeah, Jaden Bryant's up.
I think Bryant got out. Yeah, we're back to the top.
Weston Wilcock got. Oh yeah, he struck
Bryant
out.
got
yes.
out. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
There
I
we
was
go.
trying to figure all that out. Okay.
So yeah, Caden Shart's up. But anyway, they had a Rosebud, obviously, with the RB. They had a rose going through the hat, and he sent it to me last year. I was trying to get hats from every high school in the state that plays baseball. I got about 50 of them, and my wife was like, every day there would be a new hat coming through the mail.
Whew. That was a filthy called
Nice little
strike.
slider, yeah. Back-to-back punch-outs for Andrew Knowlton. Not shocking that he's just going to punch a few out on his way.
So Murphy to bat. It's every inning. Yeah, that went in there for a strike. And you were talking a moment ago about Knowlton, obviously 2 strikeouts to start. You were talking about his prolific ability to strike folks out.
Yeah, he has a proclivity to do it.
And already ahead again, 0-2 here. So
the fastball's not going to overwhelm you. He's going to be mid-80s. I think he's been 83, 84 so far. But that little slider right there, there you go. There's the fastball. Just got him look at 89. Good morning, good afternoon. Sayonara.
a job as Knowlton comes out and just shoves in the third. So after 2.5, it's 1-0 West squad as we head to the bottom of the third. All right, welcome back to our coverage of the 2026 ARBCA All-Star Game, brought to you by our friends at Everett, Buick, GMC. On the Natural State Sports Network, I'm Steve Henson, along with Kevin Bohannon, Tristan Harlan down on the field. And, hey, we got another guest with us as Neil Grote joins us. And, Neil, appreciate the opportunity to be out here and broadcast this event and just talk about this event. And obviously, a lot of work goes into it, a lot of culmination here tonight. And you got to be happy with what you're seeing out there on the field.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Terrific showing as far as the players are concerned. Great crowd. It has been a really nice reintroduction for the All-Star Game here in the state. It's something that existed for a long time. The AAA kind of discontinued it a couple years ago, and now being able to bring it back under the heading of the Coaches Association is made for a great night.
Weston Wilcox onto the mound here. And it'll be Dexter Chapman to bat for the East squad. And a good game in the first one, a 6-2 game. And we got to watch the East team score with 2 outs on all 6 of their runs. And now we get into game 2. The West team scored with 2 outs. There's something about that 2-out hitting in this game. First one in there misses for ball 1.
And Neil, talk about the Coaches Association. You revived that. You had two clinics in December, and you had more participation this last year. Just talk about what you want to do going into year 3.
Yeah, we want to obviously continue to grow the game in the state, and that the first thing that we did, last year was we, changed it from a high school only group to bring in the collegiate guys, and there's 31 colleges now in the state that play baseball, and we had 15 or so of those, coaches at our clinic this past December in Hot Springs, and getting those guys involved is important, and then way down the road, figure out a way to get into the youth game, because if we want to grow the game in the state, it's got to start before high school. Yeah. But I learned very quickly that's going to be a whole lot more work than getting the colleges involved.
But, yeah, you did have great representation because Coach Silva was there. I know Coach Harlan spoke the same morning I did on that second day of the clinic, and those guys brought really good messages to the high school coaches and other coaches that were there.
Yeah, they did, absolutely. Coach Curry the night before that, and then, if they want to be involved and if they want to see it grow and if they want to be a part of it, that, again, will trickle down to the high school ranks on down below that. And their buy-in and their willingness to be a part of it has been really important.
We get to see all the great athletes that are out there, guys going to a bunch of different schools around the country. But talk about the state of baseball in the state of Arkansas right now.
Well, it continues to be good, right? I've lived in the state now for a little over 20 years, and the state now of baseball compared to what it was when I got here is, night and day different. The growth on the growth of the youth groups, the travel organizations. Obviously, Kevin, you've been involved with the growth of the prospects, and with youth baseball improving, high school baseball improving, and the collegiate baseball being at an all-time high, top to bottom, that's good. And I say all the time, these kids now have grown up with the University of Arkansas being the standard, right? And these guys have grown up with Omaha is the expectation. And when you see that as a 3-year-old, 5-year-old, 8-year-old, 12-year-old, like that's just grown the game across the state.
Yeah, you got to see it with a guy like Zeb Allen, who grew up in the state, went to Fort Smith, Southside, wasn't ready to go to the University of Arkansas out of high school. He went to UCA and had a phenomenal career. 30 home runs, set the school record, set the single-season record this past year. Now he gets a chance to go to Arkansas. With the advent of the junior colleges, South Ark, Rich Mountain, having the junior colleges in-state has just made it better for those kids to have an opportunity to play the game.
It does, yeah, absolutely. And, just that growth, we talk about baseball at the highest level, Division I level, maybe Division II or Division III, but, geez, the number of junior college programs that have jumped up across the state, in the last 6 or 7 years, it's 5 or 6 programs. It used to be there were 2. There was North Ark and West Ark, and that was it. And now we've got 6, 7, 8 of them, probably even more.
Yeah. Now, when you got here, and of course, for those that don't know, you coached at Hendricks.
Yeah.
And got into the vendor side of the world, with athletics and everything. But the JUCOs have really helped because kids, for the longest there, if they wanted to go the junior college route, they'd go out of state.
They would.
They'd go to Three Rivers. They'd go to Seminole. Cali, Crowder, JC up there, and it's good that they're starting to keep those in-state players in-state. It just helps the Division II schools and even the Division III like Hendricks.
Absolutely, and moreover, some of those programs, especially a couple in the southern half of the state, are really good.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's not just a place for them to grow and develop and maybe make it to the 4-year level. I mean, they're playing at a really high level.
Got 2 quick outs right here from Weston Wilcox. Got 2 strikeouts.
Yeah,
Levi Martin kind of lost the handle on it right there.
But he made Levi look a little silly on that swing, and there's a strike.
And you got showcase. Neil talking about the showcase. You got the prospects, the sticks, the express. There's some other ones, the Natural State. Then you got the Natural State Collegiate League in Hot Springs now, and that's been taking off really, really big the last couple of years. But you got guys like Will Jones right here and Weston Wilcox that have played together, North Little Rock and Van Buren, but they've played summer ball together, and I think it's just made games like this even more fun because you get to play against some of the guys that you started out playing with.
Yeah, guys that you've played with for a long time, guys you've played against for a long time, the point that we made to him before the game was that we really want this to be fun.
Yeah.
Right. There's no pressure. Nobody's getting a scholarship offer tonight. Like, it's too late in the process, right? This is your last hurrah. Maybe you're not going to play after college. Maybe you will play, or after tonight. Maybe you will play in college. But tonight's an opportunity to celebrate a great season, a great career, and just go out and have fun one more time with the guys from your state.
You guys have done a great job. It's been, like we talked about before, really, really good first game so far, really good second game, and the format and the setup has been just fantastic. So, again, we appreciate you guys having us out and being a part of all of it, and just enjoying a little bit more baseball. And I did want to, I want to touch on, we were talking about the youth side of things with baseball prior to high school, and there's a runner goes as Jones trying to take second. He does. Ball goes into center field. So Jones will head to third. And so 2 bags there after the error on the stolen base. But, one of the pieces, obviously, travel ball, tournament ball. I'm personally just now getting my first foray into that with my 9-year-old. But there's a lot to be said and a lot to be done for the city leagues and the rec leagues too, and I think that's a piece that a lot of focus can be put into with these, because not every kid's cut out for the travel ball side of things. But I think the state of baseball, as we've been talking about, is in a great place, and if we can continue to enhance that, it can help everything else.
No, you're absolutely right. They need to learn how to play the game, and you can do that in your local league. And then, yes, as your talent would allow it, you got to maybe go somewhere else. But you can play a lot of good baseball in a lot of places.
All right, so that'll do it for our third inning of play. And I believe we've got Tristan. Yeah, so we'll go down to Tristan Harlan as we've got an interview set up for us right now.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. I'm down here with Case Walls and Case. We've talked about your team coming back and winning this game, but I understand you have a comeback story of your own. What does that mean to you playing this season and being in this All-Star game, knowing what you've been through?
It means everything. Through all that, I had all my family, community, friends, everybody was behind my back, and I was able to come cancer-free, and I'm here now.
So talk to me more about this All-Star game. I mean, coming from Southside B Branch, you're playing with the guys from Lone Oak, from Conway, from Pulaski Academy, some of the bigger schools in the state of Arkansas. But what does that mean to you coming from such a small community like Southside B Branch?
I mean, it's pretty cool to represent a smaller school and be out there with all the best kids in the state. But, I mean, I've played with most of these kids all my life, so I know half of them.
Now, a lot of the thing about baseball now is drip. And I see you got the Pit Vipers, the chain, the stash. Can you teach me how to grow stash like that?
I wish I could. Beard roller's all I can say.
Well, I've got the beard cover. I just need the stash to come in. But overall, I mean, just talking about this team and how much talent's on it, I mean, how do you fit in with the rest of the roster?
I think everybody fits in. We all have a lot of talent. I mean, we're all here for a reason. Right. So, I mean.
My last one for you. What's been your favorite dugout chant so far that you guys have had?
Chapman, you want to go?
I don't know that one. I mean, I don't.
Put you on the spot.
Yeah, I don't know any of the dugout chants so far. Maybe I can't say what my favorite one is.
There you go. There you go. Good answer. Good answer. All right, brother. Well, I'll let you get back to your
Yes,
team.
sir. Thank you.
Appreciate you so much. Steve, Kevin, back to you.
Appreciate you, Tristan. As we got a late addition to left field, and you can hear it on his mic down there. I think that's Chapman who went to
Hey,
left.
Chapman, you wanna
He said,
go?
"You want to go, Chapman?"
Absolutely.
Love an all-star game.
Put me in, Coach.
So right to bat here for the West squad. Swing and a miss on the first one to him.
Knowlton coming back in, pumping Chad through the zone.
Yeah, we had a question there because I think we were both trying to update and talk and do everything else at one time. If that was an immaculate inning for Knowlton and his first inning of work, I don't believe it was, but he might get one this inning as 2 quick
Well,
strikes.
now that you've mentioned it, he won't. So
There's
good
no
job.
such thing as an announcer's jinx.
Yeah.
No such thing. The 0-2. I did jinx it. No, he thought he struck out.
Ring thought he had it too. He did. Okay, sorry. Didn't want to show up the umpire. You can see Ring did a great job back there.
Hey, give our umpire credit. It was high, according to
Yeah.
TrackMan here. So if we can call them out when we think they're wrong, we can definitely give them credit when they're right. That one misses, and now I've really messed things up.
Well, that's 2-2. But I'll tell you what, if he does strike out 6 and decides to get a win tonight, it may be easy to get. There's his 4th.
Wow.
And 4 batters.
Knowlton looking really good out there on the mound.
Just spinning it up there. It's the red glove.
Yes, yes it is.
Knowlton, of course, from Palestine Wheatley. Pitched the 2A state championship game. Patriots got their first state championship in school history. Coach Kevin Whitson. That was a great story a couple of years ago when Palestine Wheatley made the state championship game, and the seniors this year were a bunch of freshmen, and Whitson had come on as a volunteer head coach, and the superintendent announced that he was hired at the end of the season, that they were going to keep him on, and they just kept building the program. They've hosted the 2A state tournament the last 2 years. They were able to get that first state championship, and I know that's something that it's always fun, and Neil Grote's still here with us. That's something that you love to see is these new programs that are taking advantage of their players and really growing the program in their community.
Yeah, absolutely. And, they built a really, really nice on-campus facility a couple of years ago that obviously they can be really proud of, and to allow them to host multiple state tournaments in a row, they've built a great program. Man, another one.
It was a filthy pitch as Knowlton has struck out all 5 he's faced so far. The job he's done, and you know what? I think maybe he knows that he's going to be interviewed in a couple of innings, and so he's going to make sure he's got something to talk about.
Yeah, we talked to him last game, so.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Wrong one.
That's okay. You don't see right-handers that can hide the ball as well as he does, and he comes out of that low 3/4 spot, and it's really kind of funky. And he does a great job of hiding the baseball, and especially if he's throwing that little 72-mile-per-hour sweeper, you get out on your front foot and you're just flailing at it.
And he's so long, lean. There's a lot of arms, a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, 6'3". It's just elbows and knees coming at you.
Yeah.
So 3-0 as first real trouble he's found himself in here. And the 3-0 pitch called a strike.
Yeah, that was a 3-0 strike, not a 0-0 strike.
Now 3-1. Knowlton, and that one misses, so ball 4. First base runner of the night is Ray walks. Mason Moore will bat. Moore scored the only run of the game after walking and then
had a
stealing
pass ball
second.
and stolen base and
Moore steps in from the left side as Ray gets his lead. First one to Moore is way inside.
he scored on the Weston Wilcox infield hit back in the second inning.
1-0 now as Ray gets a short lead over at first. That one fisted into that east dugout. Count goes to 1-1.
Spring Hill had a really good season down there in the southern part of the state in Class 2A with Murfreesboro. Saw their season come to an end just a little short.
The 1-1. That one misses inside, gets away from the catcher, back to the backstop. So Ray will advance. Now, runner in scoring position here for the West team. And perfect scoring opportunity with 2 outs on the board. I say thanks to everybody that's joined us here on the Natural State Sports Network. Hope you guys are enjoying the broadcast, and the graphics looking good. Well, I think Mr. Will Watkins did a fantastic job with all that stuff.
As always.
So, that's right. Sometimes he's a C level, but he's A+ level this week. Swing and a miss there for Moore. Again, big thanks to our friends at Everett, Buick, GMC for making this event happen.
I meant to tell Neil, I love the uniforms are snazzy. Where did those come from?
Well, I know somebody who works at BSN Sports.
And what a catch out there in right field. As that ball was a little hanging curveball.
Cam Pryor.
Moore got just enough of, pokes it out there, and what a play there by Pryor in right field. Let's see the replay here before we go to our break. That ball hung up there in the inside portion, and just a great job there in right field. So that'll do it for the top half of our 4th inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. West leads this one 1-0 here on Natural State Sports. All right, welcome back here as we get ready for get started in the bottom half of the 4th. Wilcox batting for the east side, Massinelli batting for the east side. Wilcox back on the mound for the west.
Yep, Keaton Massinelli was the Arkansas TV Student All-Star in the 2A state championship game. 3.6 GPA. He's going to go to ASU, major in exercise science, and become a physical therapist.
Hey, how'd you know that, Cabo?
I brought my homework with me.
What? Misses for ball 1. Did you bring that?
I did.
Okay. No lie, I thought it was just sitting there.
I called the
and
2A state championship game. That's called that's called preparation. Preparation eliminates
I thought
pressure.
that was just sitting here. I'm not gonna lie. 1-1 swung on and missed by Wilcox.
And I put it on my game notes. If you would have looked at those, you would have seen that too.
I did, but oh man, I'd seen that sitting there. I didn't see you bring it in. I thought for sure you.
I got 72 more of them hidden around this place too.
1-2 pitch misses.
Started to make flip cards for every player. What can we talk about for this one?
You had plenty of time to do all of that too.
Yeah. He's 6'3". Yeah.
And a quarter.
Yeah.
The 2-2 pitch here from Wilcox, working his 2nd inning. And a swing and a miss for strike 3.
Wilcox is going to Johnson County Community College, home of the National Junior College World State National Champions this past year. They went 67-3, the Cavaliers. They're sending one of their own off the pitching staff. Lance Alexander is going to be a Razorback this next year, committed to the Hogs during the offseason.
TJ Owen will bat.
It's funny, I was doing the stats for Alexander for a commitment story, and I knew Johnson County was 67-3, and I was like, well, surely he didn't have he had 2 of the 3 losses.
Oh, wow.
But he did start the national championship game and got better as the year went along.
67-3
so I'm like,
is crazy.
That's ridiculous.
Man.
It's like Oklahoma softball.
And that one fisted up over the indoor facility.
What's that stat sheet look like? The whole bunch of guys 9-0, 11-0.
Yeah,
I mean,
they just rolled them out there.
I do want to mention a guy that's not playing in this game, but Bowman Stein from Robinson. And not able to play, but a Youngstown State commit. And according to Coach Delaney, has good speed with great exit velo. He's been up to 110 off the bat. So.
Yeah, he was a player. They missed him this year.
Mm-hmm. He's swinging a miss for strike 3. The K's are filling up for both sides right now here in the 4th.
That's Wilcox's 5th strikeout. I won't say anything about this one.
So Luke Reynolds will bat.
But Wilcox does have an RBI.
Now the first delivery, that one lifted and out of play. That is right off our roof and headed back for an insurance claim in the parking lot. 0-1 here to Reynolds. Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Obviously, you were talking about Bowman Stein, but changes out at Robinson as well.
Yeah, announced today.
Delaney headed to be athletic director.
And a nice pitching coach in Mason Philly. Start UAM. That'll do it.
And swing and a miss there. So a 6 strikeout. And that'll do it for our 4th inning of play. As we head to the 5th. West leads this one still 1-0 at the ARBCA All-Star Game here on Natural State Sports.
Over the years, I've talked a lot about the Everett difference, but if you haven't experienced it firsthand, you may not know what that means. It means a different way of treating customers. It means a different approach to service. It means making a difference in the communities we're blessed to serve. The Everett difference isn't just something we talk about, you'll feel it when you're here. We invite you to come discover the difference for yourself at Everett Buick GMC.
All right, welcome back to our coverage of the 2026 ARBCA All-Star Game. It's Steve Henson along with Kevin Bohannon, Tristan Harlan down on the field, and Landon Webb now on the mound for the East team as he'll try to hold West right here to 1-0 lead, give his offense a chance. Vanderberg to lead things off for the West. Okay, Bo, we've had a good one so far.
It is. The West squad's racked up 9 strikeouts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been a pitching clinic so far here through 3.5. Or 4.5. 4.
Talking about Webb.
I'll get there eventually.
Webb's from Jonesboro West Side. He's going to Williams Baptist up the road. Play his collegiate baseball.
The first one from Webb bounces off the carpet for ball 1. Yeah, we were talking about Robinson, but I was talking with Coach Delaney the other day and giving him a hard time about just having to be AD now. But he said, I'll tell you one thing that ain't going anywhere, and it's that Robinson Invitational for spring break. So
Absolutely.
should be a good time. That is always a fantastic event. I think he had 101 teams from like 14 different states this year. That one's in there for a strike. But you want to see some great talent. It was funny. I was going back watching some stuff, and I was telling Tristan, I said, you realize you called like 6 different states player of the year in that tournament? 2-1 pitch misses, ball 3.
I've had some state champions from Louisiana, Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas.
Yep. I think Nebraska.
Nebraska.
as well.
Millard North came down this year. They were one of 2 losses for Valley View this year.
That one misses for ball 4. So Vandenberg draws the leadoff walk.
It's actually Brody Fountain. We've had a pinch hitter right there. Now we're going to get a courtesy runner since he is the catcher.
It's at 5. That would be, is that Mason Moore then? Yes.
Wilcox is up. They just skipped over Ty Williams right there, so. Wilcox got a chance to help himself out right here.
Williams has had some very uncomfortable looking at bats.
A good deal he's not batting right now.
Yeah. And that one in there for a strike. There's Webb.
Coming down from Jasper, Williams, a really good catcher behind the plate. He's had a really good defense, good blocks real well back there, but he's seen some really good pitching today.
Yes, he has. And you can see he's a little uncomfortable at times. What a pitch there out of Webb. He kind of changed the arm angle.
Yeah.
Became a little more sidearm with that one. He gets the second strike, so 1-2. Check on the runner as Moore is back.
Yeah, you can't fall asleep back there behind the plate with Mathis and Ring back there. They don't mind throwing behind runners.
So now the 1-2 pitch. That one high. Good job back there behind the plate.
Cannon Ring back there. Of course, he will be a Little Rock Trojan next year.
Now the 2-2 pitch. Webb takes a look at Moore. And that one tapped foul at the plate.
He had a really good breaking ball.
Mm-hmm. Cal stay 2-2. Pitcher on pitcher here. It's been strikeouts aplenty here in this one. 1 run, 1 hit for the West. No runs, just 1 hit, an error apiece. And that one inside just missed hitting him. And the count will go full 3-2. And now the payoff pitch from Webb. Misses in the carpet. We'll skip away from catcher, but able to retrieve it. Nobody advances any further, so that'll be Wilcox at first. Moore at second.
Number 30, Jaden Bryant.
And Jaden Bryant will bat. And I believe we just had another courtesy runner. That's Carson Hamilton, I think, over at first. First one from Webb. That went in there for strike 1.
He's done a good job of working ahead of hitters. He just can't put them away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's not really been an issue for the first 4 innings of this ball game for either side.
Been rolling right along.
Now the 0-1 pitch. Runner goes and he hesitated on that throw down. They're going to say got him at second. And that's an impressive throwdown.
Especially since he had to hesitate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ring, I think, waited for the second baseman to get there.
Yeah, had a double steal going on, and the second baseman kind of fell asleep out there. He's like, I'm about to throw it. He would have had him dead to rights, and a great tag right there.
Wow. Can't tell from that angle
Reynolds,
if he got it, but what a play.
And 1-2 count on Bryant right here. So all of a sudden, it was looking kind of dreary for the East. And now you're a strike away from being 2 outs.
1-2 from Webb, fouled out of play. That's an insurance claim.
That's what I love about Cannon Ring. He's old school. He's got a hat turned around backwards back there.
That is impressive.
Yeah. That's how you know you're old school dirtbag right there. And Mom and Dad, that's a term of endearment, I promise. A dirtbag is not a bad term.
It is not. One of my favorite mascots in the world.
Long Beach.
Yep. That one misses low, 2-2. Webb trying to work around the trouble here.
A 2-2 count.
And that one just off the outside corner for ball 3. Webb shaking his head out there, not in agreement with that pitch call. Trackman says it was well low. So now the payoff from Webb. That one misses low for ball 4. So now a third walk in the inning. And now Eli Nestor will bat. Runners at the corners, just one away. Webb can get out of this if he can induce a ground ball double play here. Outfield plays up a bit for Nestor. Right field pretty deep. First one to him is in there for a strike. You have your Nestor here. You just want to put something in play, preferably not on the ground. Try to get that runner in. Webb, slide step, misses, ball 1.
And see if the West does something to steal a run right here. Maybe a delayed steal over there at first base. See if Coach McCrowder's got anything up his sleeve in the All-Star game.
Now the 1-1. Right back up the middle, and that'll do the job. Bryant rounds, and he'll have the stop sign at second. Didn't want to test the arm of the center fielder there, but run scores, making it 2-0 as the West adds to their lead. A good piece of hitting that time by Nestor.
Now 2 runs kind of feels like 5 right now, the way West has been pitching tonight.
Just the second hit of the day, or the second game here. Now Murphy to bat. He'll try to keep the inning going. First one to him, skips off the carpet, and Ring had to hunt for it. And that'll allow Bryant to advance to third.
Max Stewart hitting for Kyle Murphy right here. The West making their substitutions. The guys that started the first game are now coming back in for the second part. That way most everybody gets to play some of each game.
Way up and in for ball 2.
Yeah, one thing that Webb really rushes himself and his arm gets hung up back there when he goes to that slide step trying to get home quick. And the arm just lags a little bit. That's why he's high and inside to these right-handed hitters. Just needs to slow it down a little bit, speed the arm up.
Runner does go, swing and a miss. Ring throws down and got him. Now back to the plate for the second and couldn't get it. And the run will score. But they do get the out at second. Nestor caught stealing. Bryant scores. There's also a swing and a miss on the play. It's a 2-1.
Cannon Ring's thrown out both outs this inning, so you got to give it to him. There's a reason Little Rock recruited him.
Well, that was going to be my question
Yeah.
before the play, too, with Cannon Ring. In that situation, we're talking about the slide step and how he kind of rushes himself. Obviously, big part of a pitcher's repertoire to try to slow down the opportunity for a runner to go. But when you got a guy as good as Ring behind the plate who's proven that he can throw guys out, obviously in that moment, maybe you want your pitcher who's struggling a little bit to find the zone just to go to a normal stretch and feed it in there. That one misses for ball 4.
Third walk of the inning. Fourth, whatever.
I think it's the 4th.
Yeah,
I didn't say that to quit. I was going to have you
look. It is the 4th,
okay.
yeah.
So that'll draw a visit here. Head coach Taylor Cooper.
Go out there and make sure his guy's feeling all right. He's throwing a lot of pitches this inning.
Yeah, 25 already. And to your point, he's really not retired anybody. It's been all Cannon Ring behind the plate getting the guys out.
The breaking ball has been his go-to pitch. He just hasn't been able to locate the fastball, which, if you can sit there and spit on the spinner.
Well, and to your point a moment ago, too, now that they've been able to get him into the stretch because of the walks, you're really starting to see him speed himself up and really get out of the zone, whereas when he was in the windup, it looked like he was a little more comfortable. First one. This is okay.
Yeah, this is the 6th batter.
Yeah. Well, they
7th.
switched it up. It's Top Burnham.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to make sure of.
Yeah, so this will be the last one no matter what.
So that one low. So 1-1 here to Burnham.
Never mind. It's the 6th because we had one skip again. The 8th spot was skipped.
1-1. I'll tell you what, if I was skipping, it was my last hitter. I'll find the most powerful hitter I got. That one in there for strike 2.
Let's see if he's sitting on breaking ball right here and puts one in the trees. Be like Georgia and feed the trees.
Mm-hmm.
Saw Luke Pechtel feed a few of them trees.
So the 1-2 pitch here from Webb. Burnham. Swing and a miss. And that'll retire the side, but not before the West scratches across 2 runs on no hits. We'll head to the bottom half of the 5th. West leads this one 3-0. All right, welcome back to the 2026 ARBCA All-Star Game presented by Everett Buick GMC. A new pitcher on the mound here for the West squad will be Tristan Ray. And our batter will be Landon Webb for the East squad. So East trying to find some runs here as they trail this one 3-0. Of course, the East team wins game 1, 6-2. Heck of a performance by Zane McClure, our player of the game in the first game. And now it's been a pitcher-dominated game here in game 2 outside of that top half of the 5th when 4 walks led to a couple runs for the West as they now lead it 3-0. And Webb, he just poked that one out into left field right down the line. Webb rounds first, headed for second, and he'll get there with a stand-up double to lead things off here in the 5th inning. It was a great piece of hitting there out of Webb as he punched that ball just past the glove of the left fielder.
Second hit of the game for the East squad here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
So now batting will be Kalen English. And the first one to him misses outside for ball 1. So good answer there out of Webb. He leads the inning off with a big hit. After a little bit of a scuffle there in the top half of the 5th. Trying to get at least one of those back here.
Yeah, they need to figure out a way to get him around and get him to score.
That one fouled out of play. So 1-1 the count. And new baseball.
Tristan Ray into pitch, it looks like.
Yep.
Going back-to-back pointers on the mound.
Kalen English trying to make his head coach happy down there and drive in a run here for the East squad. Rosebud product. That one in there for strike 2.
Weston Wilcox, his 2 innings, struck out 6, walked 1. Not too bad.
Not a bad outing. And again, we've had a great pitching performance really out of both of these squads in this ball game. That one misses. Picked up, got a chance, throw down to third, money. That was a bad read out there by Webb. That ball didn't get nearly as far away, I think, as he thought it was going to go. I don't know if it had some spin, but it stayed right there. And an easy throw down to third.
Fountain behind the plate. He just kept it in front of him. He was a pillow back there, and it just bounces right down. It's a curveball, so you know it's going to bounce back to you, and it bounces right down to the turf. Great job, Brody Fountain. Going to Henderson State next year. Be ready.
That was, you got to give him a ton of credit because that ball bounced way in front of the plate. It was way outside. And you can't really fault Webb, who probably first look on that read thought that ball was going to get way away. Did he hit that ball twice?
No, he did.
He did hit that ball twice.
I saw it. I was like, whoa, that ball went the other way.
He did. That ball looked like it was going to stay right at the plate, and then it went right at the dugout. Yeah.
I've done that out of the sand before. Yeah. Like, how'd you hit that on the follow-through? I don't know.
So 2-2. Hey, let's give some big credit to the rest of our crew as well. Bobby Jones down on our first base cam, Avery McMullen up on our high home, Kristen Henson on the left or the third base cam. And so appreciate the job they've done, helping bring the action to you guys here tonight.
Got a 3-2 count here.
That caught stealing was huge. It erases the leadoff double and now a walk. So, runner at first, Kalen English. Now Dexter Chapman will bat.
Next batter up, number 24, Dexter Chapman.
Chapman, the latest in the long line of Batesville All-Stars. Where should go back, think of Mark Brissy, Gage Wood.
A couple of good ones.
Yeah. Pretty good. Going back to the late 90s, David Walmsley. Boy, they were loaded in the late 90s. They're some of the best baseball teams I've seen.
I'll check on English. Now, if Brissy can do the Gage Wood and throw a no-hitter in Omaha, that would be quite impressive as well.
Yep.
Now the 1-0 in there for strike 1. Yeah, Gage was a lot of fun to watch. Of course, Brissy's been a lot of fun to watch as well. Now the 1-1. In there for strike 2 as it catches the outside corner.
We're talking last game about, watching a lot of these kids grow up. And, I've known Gage since he was 9 or 10 years old. And watch what he's doing now, in the AA and the Phillies organization, just waiting for that time he gets called up to the big club. That's something that's going to be special for him, I know.
Mm-hmm. That one missed outside. So evens the count at 2-2. Lights starting to take effect here in the stadium. 2-2 pitch. That's in there for strike 3, and a beautiful breaking ball there out of Ray for the second out here of the 5th.
Really good pitch right there. He'd been working away, and then broke it right back over the plate right there for strike 3. See what Levi Martin does right here. Struck out his last time up in the 3rd inning.
That one skips on the carpet for ball 1.
Squibbed one back to the pitcher. First pitch of the game. Or first pitch of the inning. Martin going to Central Missouri next year. Be a mule.
That one misses as well. Levi seems like a young man, though, that could take that, what we call now the new traditional route, and have an opportunity to hit that transfer portal in a couple years. This young man's got a ton of talent.
Yeah, he does. I think his future's on the mound. He's a very cerebral pitcher.
Oh, he ripped that ball, though, deep left field. It's going to fall fair right on the line. One hops off the wall. English, they're going to send him. They throw to third, though, and that's going to be an easy run for Kalen English on the mistake on the cutoff. That ball was roped by Levi Martin.
As I was saying, I think his future is on the mound. There's a great hit right there. But it could be 3-2 right now, but, cut it down at third base, that just shows you Brody Fountain, a great job back there. These guys can make plays from any position, and great job by Levi Martin. Martin hit over 440 this year, and I think he led the team in RBIs at Valley View, so great season by Levi. He got that one double down the line.
So now Will Jones will bat. He's 1 for 1 on the day, and Martin gets his lead out at second.
Will Jones has some pop. He can get the ball out of here. He can tie this game up. I think Will's going to Rich Mountain. Yeah, Will's going to Rich Mountain.
And that one misses low, so 2-0. A 2-0 pitch swing and a miss for Jones. The 2-1 pitch on the outside corner for strike 2. This game has settled in a bit in the bottom half of the 5th. That one outside for ball 3. And
good pitch.
We've seen the East finally get a little pop going. Some big hits down the left field side. But Webb being cut down at third cost him a run here. Now this one lifted right center field. That ball going back and off the wall as Jones rounds first and walks into second base with a stand-up double. That'll score Martin from second. And look out, Cabo, it's a 3-2 game.
Starting to see a little pop right here from the East. They're getting some of those guys back in the game. Really good hit. I talked about Will Jones right there. He's got some pop, had a few home runs for North Little Rock High School this year. Already had a couple in showcase ball. Went to the deepest part of the park right there, just right center field. One hop the wall.
Off the bat, I didn't think he had that much on it. That ball just carried out there to right center. That was a shot by Will Jones.
The only player in the All-Star game going to play college football up to bat right now.
As Cam Pryor bats.
Will's impressed by the trivia we keep coming up with down here.
That ball lifted, but foul. Don't say we. That trivia is all Cabo.
Turned on that just a little bit.
Yep. See, and that's why Cabo was my first call. There's reason Double R calls him the baseball guru. And that one lifted out of play as well.
I think Ray's just setting him up right there. Just a high fastball inside. Now he's just going to break off the breaking ball at the outside edge, get him swinging right here. He knows what he's doing. Harding Academy, of course, is moving up to Class 5A next year to the East.
Yay.
9 teams.
1-2, and there was that breaking ball, but fouled off. Good job there by Pryor to fight that one off.
Well, at least you won't have Benton in the conference anymore.
This is true.
They're moving to the South.
Yeah, a lot of movement with the classifications. That ball line into left field. That's going to tie the ball game up as Jones, rounding third, headed for home. Throw comes all the way to the plate. That's going to allow Pryor to get into second. It's a tie ball game, 3-3.
And that's one of the things right there. The third baseman has to come in and cut that ball off. If he cuts it off, you shoot him down at second, and you're out of the inning right there. So one of the things that you see in an all-star game that you wouldn't normally see in a regular game, you see that cutoff man come cut the ball off right there. Great job. 2 outs again. The East is rolling.
Yep, they figured it out again with 2 outs here. 4 hits in the inning. They had 1 hit in the game coming into it. And so now a 3-3 ball game. They have really picked Landon Webb up after that inning that he had back in the top half. First one in there for a strike to Keaton Massinelli. Got a courtesy runner at second. I missed who it was.
It is number 22. That'd be Marcus Bates from Benton. Everyone in the we got Tristan down there on the field said everybody in the West dugout thought Jones's ball was gone.
That one misses.
Came off the bat. It's the worst time of the day to see a ball in the outfield here, though. I'll say that.
A ball carried for a long time, and really, probably the only part of the ballpark it wasn't going to get out.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, a little bit more wind that can drive it out to the left part, but those trees are right there.
Runner goes and safe.
Good slide.
Yep, great slide over there by Bates as he'll steal third. The aggressiveness here out of
That's what Taylor Cooper said back during the third inning. He said, we just got to get back in it. 1 run's not going to win this game. So, and now we know that 3 won't win it either.
And a chance to take the lead here. That one missed outside for ball 4. Massinelli reaches, and we are, how many batters is that?
That's it.
That was it.
Yep, that's 7.
So that was the 7th batter. And that is the only saving grace right here for the West squad as things were starting to snowball a little bit for the West. But the batter limit has been reached here in the 5th, and so we'll end it with a 3-3 tie here after 5.
And all the fans, they can blame me for that one because Neil Grote and I spoke about that earlier this week. It used to be 5 hitters in an inning. When the AAA was doing it, it was 5 hitters in an inning to keep these games rolling along. But I told Neil the other day, I was like, 7 would be a good mark. And he got with the coaches and everybody and said, okay, that's what we're going to roll with. And so if all the fans, they want to gripe at it, you can gripe at me. I'll take that one for Neil.
All right, let's go down to Tristan Harlan. I believe he's got an interview for us down there in the West dugout.
Yeah, Steve, after a long half inning, we're finally here in the West dugout with Jacob Vandenberg. And Jacob, 2-time state MVP at Taylor. You've had a great career at Taylor. I mean, what does that mean to you as a player to not only play great at your high school, but now to play in the All-Star game?
Man, it just feels great, honestly. Like, just to finish my career off, just to be able to play on this team, it's just such a blessing to be able to play with these guys, to be able to say that I took the field with guys with way bigger schools that just are so talented. It's just so great to be able to say that I was able to play with these guys, especially coming from a smaller school. I know that I have collected accolades, but just when I step on the field, it just really shows how talented these guys are. But it's just great to me to be able to experience playing with these guys. I mean, it's just really fun. It's a great experience to be able to be out here, and just something I'll be able to look back on and be glad that I was able to be here in this on this field playing with these guys.
Hey, Tristan, ask him what is in the water down there at Taylor. 5 straight baseball titles, 9 straight
So what's in the
titles.
water down there? 5 straight baseball state titles.
9
Not only that,
9
but you're
softball.
9 softball, and you're freakishly tall. You make me look like I'm 14 years old.
Hobbit.
So what's in the water down there at Taylor?
I mean, just great coaching. I got to be honest. We got an amazing coach. I mean, he was National Coach of the Year last year. Just somewhere way down where most people don't even know where it's at. I mean, I guess we just breed baseball players down there. Like, it's so great. Just you don't really expect to see this many talented teams coming out of such a small school. I mean, we consistently have produced great players, and I can't give it any credit to anyone but Coach Fowler. I mean, he's such an amazing coach. He's so experienced, knowing that he played in college, so he's got credit. You know, he's a good coach. I mean, the thing that makes him so great is he just humbles us down. Like, beginning of the year, I mean, he acts like we've never played baseball before. Like, it just goes down to the very basics, and all we do is work. Every day from 2 to 6 o'clock, we're out there working, and that's what makes us so much better, so much more ready for the challenge than anybody. So we're always working, no matter rain, snow sometimes in Taylor. We're still out there in a gym. We find a gym to practice in. We get on the tennis courts. We're just finding ways to work. And Coach Fowler, he just gets the best out of everybody, no matter how good they are, how good people think they are. Coach Fowler gets the best out of all of us just because he pushes us so hard, and we work so much at the school. And I think that's just what makes us so ready for the challenge that 1A brings. And it's just great to be under him. I can't think of any better coach that I could have played for. I wouldn't ask to play for any other guy other than Coach Fowler. I mean, he's such a great coach, and can't give anybody else, like I've said 100 times, the credit but him.
Right. One last one before I let you go and send it back to Kevin and Steve. How do you keep the dugout loud and rowdy after giving up 3 in the last half inning and allowing the East team to come back and tie it up?
I mean, again, like Coach Fowler always taught us, no matter the circumstance, no matter we're up 20, we're down 20, it's a close game, we always need to keep our energy up. Because energy, and when it goes down, most of the time the play goes down. But if you're up all game, no matter the circumstance, then you're always going to have a chance to win. Because if you're everybody's encouraging each other to play well, just holding each other to a high standard, holding each other accountable, then you're always in a great situation. You always got to have the energy up, because quiet teams aren't always very good teams. Because if everybody's all just playing together, unified, that's something we always preach, is being unified, being together. A together team is always a great team. And Coach Fowler's always giving an example of this team back in Taylor when it was like 2019. They weren't very talented at all, terrible, but they were so together, and that just brought them so much farther. And if we're all together on this team, then I'm not worried about it, especially with all this talent. We got a good shot for sure.
Well, there's a reason why you're a 2-time state MVP, and Taylor's the historic program it is. But thank you so much. Yes, Steve, Kevin, back to you.
All right, great job, guys. And let's say that's a young man maybe got a future role as a color commentator. He took up nearly our entire inning there.
Absolutely. So. I told you, 2-time MVP. It wasn't for his pitching prowess, I can tell you that. Great job, Jacob. Really enjoyed calling those 2A state championship games the last 2 years and watching him deal on the bump. And, you know, Brian Fowler, ARBCA, the National Coach of the Year last year. See right there. Cam Pryor has been dealing so far. We had Jake Taylor led off the innings, ground ball to shortstop, and then we had a fly out to center field. The East team, they got a little rowdy back in it right now and getting behind their pitcher, Cam Pryor, right here.
Yeah, you're starting to feel that momentum shift just a little bit to that East dugout after that big inning. They're in the 5th. Both teams able to put up a crooked number. 3-3 ball game. Pryor coming out to try to settle things for an inning. Let his offense get back to work. Now the payoff pitch here from Pryor to McCullough. And that one grounded right back up the middle. And how about that? Another 2-out base hit. And a single from McCullough. Keep the inning alive.
Really good job, 2-strike hitting right there, even though 3-2 count. He went to a little off-speed pitch right there. Pryor did. McCullough just threw the bat head at it, got it back up the middle.
19.
I think it's Brody
Fountain.
Fountain. Yep.
Fountain will bat. Chance for another little 2-out rally here. Big thanks to Tristan Harlan down there doing the interviews. Is that one in there for a strike from Pryor?
Pryor's he's that junk ball guy. He's that guy that's going to spin it about 6 different ways. Something you don't see too often.
That one fouled off at the plate.
He's got a 2-seam, a cutter, curveball, slider, changeup. Just keep them guessing up there.
I mean, I'll say, and we've said it a few times here throughout the broadcast, but been very impressed with the way this game has been pitched by both teams. A lot of strikeouts in this one, and only 8 hits in total. The 0-2 pitch is high for ball 1. Good place to miss there.
Yeah, good setup pitch right there by Pryor.
Now the 1-2 pitch.
The big hold to the left side of the field right there.
And there he found it right over the shortstop's glove. Took his glove off. McCullough rounding second for third, and the throw gets past the third baseman. That's going to allow Fountain to advance to second. And with 2 outs, runners at second and third here in top half of the 6th.
Had him dead to rights. Third baseman over there. Can't see who it is, but just got under his glove. Or he would have been dead to rights over there at third base. The ball wouldn't hit that deep. But I mentioned the alignment right there because you got a right-handed batter up. Even with the runner on first, if he takes off, you want your second baseman covering right there, especially when Pryor's pitching because he doesn't have a lot of velocity. If you're playing deep in the 6-hole right there, you catch the ball, you're going back to hit.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, that play could be the difference here in a ball game that's been very close and very well pitched. And that one, good stop back there.
Weston Wilcox right here gets a chance to get his second ribeye of the game. Had a single in the 2nd inning and walked back in the 5th. Right here, drive in a couple.
So now the 1-0 pitch in there for strike 1. Wilcox going to add to the great night he has had. That one skips in there for ball 2. Now the 2-1 pitch. That one lined out of play. If there's one.
Yeah. I'll look.
So now the 2-2 pitch. In there for strike 3. So Pryor avoids trouble here in the 6th. We'll head to the bottom half, a 3-3 tie here at the ARBCA High School All-Star Game on Natural State Sports. All right, welcome back to 2026 ARBCA Arkansas High School All-Star Game presented by Everett Buick GMC. We're going to head down real quick to Tristan Harlan as he's got Cam Pryor with him.
Yeah, Steve, down here with Cam Pryor. And Cam, talk to me a little bit about kind of how you guys have started to come back. You've got it knotted up at 3-3. You almost allowed a run to come back, but you got a big punch out and your team reacted. Talk to me about that.
So, I was down there in the bullpen, and we started the rally. We hit one down the line and got a double, and then Levi Martin hit another one, and then Will Jones, he hit another double, and there was already a run on before I got in, but that just gave us a opportunity for me to knock another one in. So I was glad I could do it and come through and tie it up. And then holding them off right there, started off strong, and then I kind of started fading off, couldn't get the slider to fall in the zone, and I think it was 2-2, and I hadn't really shown a changeup to a righty yet, and so my catcher Cannon called it, and I was like, let's try it, and so I threw it in, and it kind of bit right back in on the outside part of the plate. And so we got it for the ring up. So that was a big time call from him, and I'm just glad I could execute it.
So talk to me about after you get that punch out. Your team leaves the dugout. They're all celebrating. One of them saying, "Hold me back," because he's about to jump on you. What does that mean as a pitcher to see your team rally behind you now with the chance to go bat and hopefully take a lead?
So it means everything. When your team's behind you, you feel stronger. It's a team sport. You feel like you can go do more. I just appreciate them guys having my back, and hopefully we can go get this win right here. It's fun. It's fun to play in this stuff, but at the same time you want to win because you're out here to compete. But yes, sir, it was big to see them hyped up after that.
So from my understanding, baseball is not even your sport. You're going to play football at Harding.
Yes,
so
sir.
What's it mean to go out here to play with all these guys, play baseball one last time?
It's great. I love baseball. I love football, but. I'm just glad I can come out here and play one more time. Any chance I get, it's a blessing to come out here and play. And so Coach Full called me and told me about it. Of course I was down to come out here and play. It's a beautiful summer afternoon. So I couldn't. I'm just blessed to be out here to play. Really, I've loved playing this game, and I just love being out here with these guys.
All right. Well, Cam, way to slam the door on him. And like your coach said, who, by the way, it's his birthday, so make sure you tell him happy birthday. Job's not finished. So
that's right. Appreciate it.
Best of luck the rest of the game. Steve, Kevin.
All right, appreciate you, Tristan. Good job as Cam Pryor down there. And good interview there with the Harding signee. And that one fouled off. And a quick inning here so far for Jaden Bryant, who's on the mound for the West squad. And okay, well, exactly what the West squad needed, though, after giving up 3 runs in the last inning and then nearly coming across with a few of their own in the top half of this.
Yeah, the East, they've been the vocal team, and the team seemed to find a little chemistry right there, and doesn't surprise me with Coach Full over there. He's all about it, one of the best coaches in the state of Arkansas. And like Coach Cooper said, the West coaches maybe past their bedtime a little bit over there. These East coaches are pumping Red Bull. But we won't talk too much about Taylor Cooper being the young buck out there. He's had a really good program up at Rosebud. But Coach Fullerton, happy birthday, Coach. Shane Fullerton, one of my great friends and ambassador for the state of Arkansas in baseball. Is just none better than Shane Fullerton. Well,
Shane Fullerton asked for 2-out hits for his birthday. He's gotten a lot of them here tonight. Another 2-out hit as Webb reaches. So now Kalen English will try to keep the train moving here. Now they're going to throw back, try to get Webb, but he's back safely.
Having grown up a catcher before they figured out I could pitch, I love seeing these catchers as active as they've been behind the plate tonight. It's been a lot of fun. Cannon Ring shot down a couple at second. We had a couple back picks. It's been a good game for the backstops.
The 1-1, that one fouled off. Yeah, there's been some great black. I'd still go back to that play by Ring on the delayed steal when second baseman was late getting there, and he still was able to throw him out.
Crow hopped to throw to second and gunned him. That was beautiful.
So 1-2 here is English looking to keep the inning alive. And this one, high chopper. As Bryant fields it, taking himself to first, and that'll do it for the bottom half of the 6th. So we'll head to the final inning. We'll head to the 7th, a tie ball game, 3-3 here at the ARBCA All-Star Game on Natural State Sports.
Over the years, I've talked a lot about the Everett difference, but if you haven't experienced it firsthand, you may not know what that means. It means a different way of treating customers. It means a different approach to service. It means making a difference in the communities we're blessed to serve. The Everett difference isn't just something we talk about, you'll feel it when you're here. We invite you to come discover the difference for yourself at Everett Buick GMC.
All right, welcome back to Gary Hogan Field as we head to the 7th inning of our ARBCA All-Star Game. On the mound now, National Park Community College signee Kalen English out of Rosebud as he looks to come out and lock things down for his head coach Taylor Cooper in the 7th for the East squad and give him a chance to walk it off in the bottom half.
English has seen a lot of growth over the last year, just transforming his body, getting in condition, and he's had a really good year. Got that offer from National Park, who had a new head coach this year because Rich Thompson went and jumped from junior college in Arkansas to managing in the AA.
Crazy.
Minor league baseball.
That's wild. It happens, though, when you have that much success. He had some pretty good success down there.
Yeah.
That one grounded to short, and through the legs, and you wonder if maybe the third baseman coming across got a little bit in his vision, which created that. And so an error.
That's one of those balls on the turf. You come get, you got to come get it. Off the end of the bat right there. Yeah, I just need to roll a 2-ball right here.
We'll get a courtesy runner. As that'll be number 12, Rhett Niedert for the West squad. I believe that's Nestor batting.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is.
Nestor 1 for 1 on the day. First one to him's a strike. And it could prove to be a very costly error here for the East squad in a game that really, again, has been pitched really well outside of really that top half of the 5th.
That's the only time we've gone to the 7 batter limit. Knock on wood, but English doesn't have to do that right here.
And you think about that, this may be a different game if you didn't have that 7 batter limit because they were
had bases loaded. They were rolling, son.
Yep. Could be a lead here for the East. Instead of 3-3 ties, that one hops to the catcher. It's tough to have to work around an error as a pitcher, a play that destined to be a for sure out to get you started. The other piece we talked about a little bit in game one, with this being an all-star game, these guys, normally would be out there throwing, 4, 5, 6 innings. They know they're really probably only going to get an inning, so give it all you got for an inning. And we've seen some really good pitching because of it. 1-1 pitch, that one line foul. I would assume, you may know this, but I would assume that this game will end in a tie.
It will.
Okay.
Yes.
That's good. I'm really not looking forward to going home because I have to go find a yellow jacket nest.
Yeah, you do.
1-2 pitch. Ball looked really strange coming out of his hand. Breaking ball at 62, according to TrackMan.
Yeah, there's a little variance in that fastball and breaking ball. He's got about 19, 20 miles per hour difference.
We talk about a fastball that pops out of your hand. That ball looked like it just kind of hopped out of his hand.
Call it the floater.
So the 1-2 pitch. And this one lifted on the infield. Shortstop goes back just on the outfield grass. He'll make the catch out there for the first out here in the 7th.
Way to take control after making an error right there. That's Wallace from Lone Oak. He's kicking himself right now.
And you know what they say in the game of baseball, the ball is gonna find you, whether it's when you first get out there or you have a mistake. It just seems like that ball finds you
That's
after.
Right. Max Stewart from Harbor Up.
First one to him, high for ball 1. So the 1-0 pitch here from English. Trying to work around the leadoff error. This one lifted back out of play. It's going to be right on our heads. Just waiting for that one with the perfect angle. You can see, I see 1, 2, 3, 4 spots, maybe 5 up here on the window in front of us, couple over there. We've had a few make their way through that around that net. Check on the runner.
Andrew Knowlton, who had 5 strikeouts earlier in his 2 innings of work for the East squad over there at first base.
Now the 1-1 delivery from English. That one fouled off the indoor facility. Yeah, we got to start thinking about our player of the game here.
I know.
How about that camera shot from the third base cam there? Follow that all the way into the gutter. It's my wife. Way
That's
to go,
strategery right there,
That's
boy.
right. Oh, was that? Sorry, that was Avery. Now the 1-2 misses outside, so 2-2. We're looking ahead, assuming they stick with the lineup. It'll be the 9, 1, and 2 batters. That one missed. Wanted a back throw, but dropped it. So now the count goes full.
Yeah, Wilcox had a good outing on the mound and had an RBI. Will Jones had a double for the East squad. He's 2 for 2 with a walk.
And he's going to get another chance, I would assume. So there's a good chance if they can walk this off. That would be our guy. But we'll wait and see what happens.
He had that big double last game.
Swing and a miss. Yeah, that'll be the second out here of the inning.
Good strikeout right there for English.
Yeah, elevated there, got him to chase something a little out of the zone. So now they'll try to strand that leadoff error at first.
Number 25, Ty Burnham.
Burnham will hit.
Burnham, of course, going to the University of Arkansas next year. or this year in the fall.
So the first one from English is Burnham. That one misses for a ball. And we got to see his velo in that first game. Very impressive arm from him. Once he figures out a little bit of the command of it, he's going to be a special piece up there in Fayetteville.
He's got 2+ pitches right now. That fastball up to 96. Slider's really good as well.
No miss, no appeal on the check swing. So 2-0. That went in there for a strike on the inside corner.
Good pitch right there by English. Challenging him inside.
Talk about dotting it right there on the zone, according to TrackMan.
Right on the black.
So 2-1 the count. And that one bounces in the carpet, well in front of home plate. So 3-1.
Great job by Cannon Ring back there behind the plate. These catchers have done a great job behind the plate tonight on both sides.
Yeah, I've said it a few times, but very impressed with Cannon Ring. All, as you said, all the catchers, but Ring has been very impressive. Now the 3-1, and that one misses inside for ball 4. So an error and a walk. And the two base runners out there right now for the West squad, and a chance here to take a lead in the top half of the 7th.
Let's see what old Jake Taylor's got in store right here. He's going to get a chance to. This may be the last time he ever swings a bat, since he's going to be pitching next year. They're here at Little Rock. He might be playing summer ball.
A heck of a way to swing if it is his last swing.
Yeah.
In the ballpark he's going to play in, but he'll never get to swing in again. First one to Taylor. Misses outside for ball 1.
I could see Coach Curry doing PO batting practice day. Most college coaches will give their POs a chance to get up there and take some BP. I know my freshman year, my college coach did. He let us get up there and take a couple hacks. And that was a lot of fun.
I mean, if he hits a 3-run bomb here to win it for him, you got to kind of let him hit one up here, don't you?
Yeah.
That one misses for ball 2. Don't worry, I got your back. I'll talk to Coach Curry
There you go.
Tell him, hey, watch this. I think you need him to swing. Pinch hit opportunity right here. So count goes to 2-0 now.
English needs to bear back down right here. And would be out of the inning right here, but did have that error lead off the inning.
That one fouled into the netting. So 2-1 the count here as English trying to work around a little bit of trouble on the base paths and get his offense back out for a chance to walk this thing off and sweep the series here. Two 2-1 pitch, fouled off again.
See if he stays with that fastball right there. Taylor seems to get him timed up pretty good, just a little under that pitch. See if he goes back after it right here, or he goes back to the breaking ball.
Oh, missed badly with that one.
And he went to the curveball.
It looked like it stuck to his hand. Missed
Yeah.
that one way inside behind Taylor. So now 3-2, and honestly, outside of anything crazy on the pitch here, runners would have been on the move here on this pitch either way. So,
and the good thing right here, you know, don't give Taylor anything over the heart of the plate. You got a base open. Stay to the outside, stay up.
And nice one lifted, left side, and foul. Hit the pole. Not the fair pole.
Not the fair pole. It's a Chick-fil-A pole.
Yes, it is. Chicken is fair. So that means it is a fair pole, by the way.
Foul beef. Didn't go there.
Payoff pitch. Oh, and a swing and a miss on what would have been ball 4. Good job by English to get out of the inning. And so we'll head to the bottom of the 7th. East team coming to bat with a chance to walk this one off here at the 2026 ARCA All-Star Game. All right, welcome back to the ARBCA All-Star Game presented by Everett, Buick, GMC here on the Natural State Sports Network. Bottom 7 as the East comes to bat looking for the sweep. Jaden Bryant back on the mound for the West squad. Dexter Chapman. Oh, sorry, that's a change. Cooper Bodie will bat.
Bodie, who ended the last game on the mound, gets a chance right here to be a leadoff hitter, which he led off for the Brooklyn Bearcats this past season.
That's almost an unfair situation because that's your 9-hole hitter who becomes basically a normal leadoff. And he'll take ball 2, 2-1.
Well, you like it when it works out like that, though, if you're in an all-star game like this.
So now the 2-1 pitch from Bryant. And that one in there for a strike, so 2-2.
Really good breaking ball right there.
All right, needed just 13 pitches to get through the 6th inning. If he can do that again here, this one will end in a tie. 2-2 pitch.
No.
Oh, did he go? No. 3-2.
Almost got a sword right there, but Bodie's a talented hitter. Of course, we mentioned earlier in the first game, he's going to South Ark Community College. Play for Coach Cannon Lester and the Stars next year. Another maroon and gold team in the state of Arkansas.
3-2 pitch misses for ball 4, so a leadoff walk. And that's going to bring Levi Martin to the plate.
Let's see if they get Bodie running right here. Bodie's got good speed, outfielder.
Martin had a long fly ball to left in his last at bat, part of that
double
3-run 5th.
Had a double last at bat. In the 5th.
In there for a strike.
Back-to-back doubles. Had 3 hits in a row by Martin, Jones, and Pryor.
Now the 0-1 pitch to Martin. Misses outside.
Bryant's pretty quick to the plate right here, so Bodie timing him up over there, knowing that had a good.
That one fisted right side foul.
This would be a good pitch to run on right here. It's a breaking ball count to Martin. 2 strikes. Let's see if he's going to put the steal sign on right here.
Doesn't go. Outside. 2-2.
If Martin hits a double right here, it's a ball game.
Mm-hmm. Playing deep and left. And swing and a miss from Martin, and a great pitch there out of Bryant.
Good pick over there by Murphy at first. Will Jones had a double back in the 5th inning. Came around to score. He's 2 for 2 in the game. Had a walk back in the 3rd and a single in the 1st.
And Jones had probably the loudest hit of the night so far. A deep shot to right center field.
Short hopped it out there.
Anywhere else in the ballpark probably leaves the yard. He'd love to get a hold of another one here. And the 0-1 pitch. This one got underneath it. Lifted it up. Foul territory. And not a great decision there as Bryant. They kind of broke the cardinal rule of baseball.
That's why your pitcher does not field the baseball.
Yep. And that's a really tough play. I think you'd rather see the third baseman take charge there and find that ball because it was working its way back towards the field of play. And so that backspin brought it back. And so you'd really like to see a third
Will
baseman.
Jones just got under that one. If he would have gotten that one, that ball would have been in the trees.
The 0-2 pitch here.
Might have been on 24th Street back there. I don't know.
Misses low. The throw gets into center field, though, as Bodie gets up, headed for third.
A little gamesmanship.
And Bodie into third. You saw the same thing I did. And now anything in the outfield could win the ball game, as they'll have to bring the infield up, or the outfield up and the infield in.
A little gamesmanship by Peyton Wallace right there, kind of deking the tag on him, but Bodie saw it. He's like, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just going to go on that one.
So now the count at 1-2, and Jones, anything in play here, gets past the infield, could win it. The breaker in there just missed for ball 2.
See, the outfield's up, infield's in. Jones just wanting to hit something hard right here.
The 2-2 pitch. Bounces. Ball 3. Good stop back there.
Cam Pryor on deck. Should Jones get on and not in the game?
Now the payoff. Ripped left field, base hit, ball game. Will Jones walks it off for the East squad. They'll win this one 4-3 and complete the 2-game sweep here at the ARBCA All-Star Game presented by Everett Buick GMC from Gary Hogan Field. And I think we found our player of the game, Kevin.
Yeah, 3 for 3 in RBI. Game-winning hit and a double. Reached base all 4 times. Will Jones from North Little Rock High School.
What a job out of Will Jones. Comes across the river to Gary Hogan. And what a night he had here tonight. And we're not going to take a break. We're going to wait, as Tristan has already found and efforted and found Will Jones. And so we will head down to Tristan Harlan right now as he's got our player of the game, Will Jones.
All right, Will. You just walked it off. Yeah. Base hit wins the game. You guys sweep the West team. What's going through your mind when you're up there watching those balls come by?
Well, I'm really just thinking, try to stay to my approach, get something I can hit hard. Just stay the other way with it. And if it comes in, just let it come in and just turn on it.
Right. So walk me through this game. You guys get down early. You win game 1. The emotions are kind of high in your dugout. You're not really playing the game you want to. But then all of a sudden something happens, and you guys turn around, and then you just walk it off. What's going on? How do you keep the emotions in check in the dugout when you guys are not really playing the way you want to? I know this isn't for a championship or anything like that. It's just guys playing baseball, but you always want to win at a high level like this. So what's going through your head in the dugout with your guys?
Well, you got to know that it's baseball. A lot can happen. I think it was in the 5th inning right there. We got down. We find a way to just catch some barrels, get some runners on, and then we just just kept the momentum going. Like, we just flipped the momentum and just kept it all on us.
Right, so let's walk through one more thing. Fly ball happens right in front of your dugout. Pitcher takes off for it. Cardinal rule in baseball, pitcher doesn't catch the fly balls. Or pop-outs, whatever you want to call it. He dives, or he slides, and he doesn't make the play. Were you kind of clenching teeth, kind of hoping he doesn't catch it? I mean, what was going through your head?
Definitely hoping he doesn't catch it. Probably swung at a pitch I shouldn't have, but the whole worked out for the best.
Well, you guys go 2-0 on the night. Congratulations. You win the All-Star Classic. Steve, Kevin, back to you.
All right, great job down there, Tristan. Appreciate you tonight. It's been a good one, and that's going to wrap it up for us. Again, Will Jones, your player of the game, 3 for 3, a single, a double, a game-winning RBI on the walk-off. And K-Bo, your final thoughts here on this All-Star game being brought back by Neil Grote and his team.
Yeah, it's a great event. You know, I always enjoyed being a part of this when it was, you know, at UCA, but great job by Neil and his crew. Bringing it back out here, the players, top quality players that are going to be playing at every level next year, starting in the fall. Congratulations to both teams on being out here on their great careers. Congratulations to the coaches. It's something to be proud of. So great to be a part of it.
Well, man, I appreciate you for joining us. It's been a blast. Wouldn't have been a great broadcast without you, man. So thank you so much. Do want to say big thanks to our team, Bobby Jones on camera, Kristen Henson, Avery McMullen as well, our director extraordinaire, Will Watkins, of course, Kevin Bohannon here as my analyst, Tristan Harlan down there on the field. I'm Steve Henson. This has been the ARBCA All-Star Game presented by Everett on Natural State Sports.